So, I don't even know where to begin. There's been a lot of talk about, like, oh, Trump's still not my president, and there's fucking, apparently there's so many people out of work where they're going and having protests everywhere. And I don't. When the Republicans lost against Obama, there was no protests because they accepted it. Fine, we'll have to deal with whatever he says. Maybe he'll do good. But let me tell you something. Obama didn't do anything he promised. He didn't make America, like, well off. The only thing he did, was give out Obama phones and make sure that the people who don't work get money. That's not how a country works. You can't sit there and you just give everybody a welfare check. That's not the system we live in. The fact that Bill Clinton signed in NAFTA, that's what started the ball rolling to the predicament we got into today. The fact that Obama wants to take America first should have been done a long time ago. We as a people in America always looked as a proud people. We didn't sit there and cry, well, they had something first and now I need a handout. This whole handout movement came after Clinton. If we start building everything here in the United States versus relying on other companies to build it for us, because we all know, and if you don't know, well, you should learn about this. The fact that these, when NAFTA was signed in, that opened up the doorway for everybody to move their production out of the country. That destroyed the economy. When it was in here, before NAFTA was signed, I remember this. I'm 43 years old. I've been working since I've been 14 years old. I know this. Dukakis wasn't voted in specifically because he wanted to bring NAFTA in, but his NAFTA was a little bit different because, little story, my father worked at Norton Company, one of the biggest companies in the Worcester, Massachusetts areas. And when Dukakis was running, he was for NAFTA. Basically what that was going to do was close down Norton Company, which was, by the way, one of the largest companies and employers in Worcester County. That would have destroyed tens of thousands of jobs just in the Worcester area. They were going to fucking pack it up and move it down to Mexico, where those people down there would basically do the same job as we were doing for a tenth of the price, maybe even less. My father had worked there since he got out of the service back when he was like 19, 20 years old or something like that, 21. He took that job because it was the highest paying job at the time, and he stuck it out. And when he finally did retire, he was an engineer, and he was doing well for himself. But the BTR was the company that was going to buy out Norton's and then take all the machines, ship them down to Mexico, and they were going to be, then their profits would have been through the roof. Because now you got people working on pennies on the dollar, and that would have been all profit for them. So after Dukakis failed at that, a French company actually came in and saved this. Now it's Saint-Gobain, or Saint-Gobain, or however you want to say it. It was Saint-Gobain Norton's. So they kept the Norton name, and they kept it right where it was. They didn't really outsource anything. So that was the savior of that. Now, after NAFTA, then Bill Clinton signed it. All the jobs went out. All the jobs fucking left this country slowly but surely. And as soon as Obama got in after Bush, they made sure that they wanted all the work everywhere else. So if all the manufacturing jobs leave our country, what kind of jobs do we have left? The only jobs we had left were executive jobs or retail jobs. Because let's face it, in America we're consumers. So if you're not in retail or fast food or something like that, then what are you doing? You're working on an executive level. So that's why they were like, everybody needs to go to college. And you don't think for a second that telling somebody, let me just be honest with you. Not everybody is college material. Not everybody. We do need the people to say, would you like fries with that? It's a sad thing to say, but not everybody's a fucking rocket scientist. I'm not a rocket scientist. I have relied my entire life on physical labor. And I was good at it, you know? I'm European. I don't have any white privilege. I've worked my ass off my entire life. So if they're trying to con everybody into going to college because you're better than that and you need to go to college, that doesn't work that way. All they're doing is trying to get you suckers out there to go to college to fucking, you know, to have a fucking a tuition payment. Because everybody can't afford to go to college, not even community college. If I had gone to college back in the day when it was actually affordable for me, that would have been like $5,000 a year, if that. And now, fuck, community college right down the street from me is like $25,000 fucking dollars. It's insane. So why am I gonna go take 4 years of college and put myself in the hole $100,000? I can buy a house with that. For what? What am I gonna go? How much more money am I gonna possibly get? But it's still the simple fact. I am not college material. I'll be the first one to say that. I feel like I'm smart. I'm with the times. I know right from wrong. I know how to, you know, do most everything that I need to do in life. So why would I go out and put myself in debt for $100,000? It's ridiculous. So, I don't know. That's a little venting for me. I just... To think that Trump is bad for this country is ridiculous. He's actually standing by what he promised. And for a politician, which he's not, that's unbelievable. He's a businessman. And that's how this country should be running this time and day. Like a business. Because if we're not making, then how are we fucking surviving? We're in debt. The deficit increased under Obama's administration like it has never increased before. He spent trillions of dollars just printing out money. For what? He didn't make this country better. He divided us. Before NAFTA started, that fucking the blue collar worker, the mid-range people were thriving. After, he fucking abolished them. And I think George Carlin said it the best. They keep the poor at poor just to scare the shit out of the blue collar worker. Now, there is no blue collar worker. Either you're poor or you're not. There's no mid-range anymore. My wife makes almost six figures a year. And we are not rich because shit costs too much money. You ever notice how fucked you are when it comes time for fucking for your raise? Oh, look, you're going to get a 3% raise this year. Wow, that feels really good. Until they say, oh yeah, and by the way, we're also fucking increasing your health insurance by 3%. So you get nothing. People need to wake up and see the real big picture here. It's not right. And if you think it's right, you're a libtard.